Uh, Good morning, boys and girls. We are up to chapter 25 in Al Capone Does My Shirts. This chapter is called My Gap, and the date is Wednesday, April 24th, 1935. Where we left last, I believe Moose was looking for baseballs from Al Capone and friends. So he was looking around because he wanted to be able to give Scout one. All right, here we go. My gap. Every day at school, I play baseball with Scout at lunch. And though he hasn't said anything else about the convict baseballs, I know he's thinking about it. I know because Piper tells me. She asked me if I'm going to get Scout a ball. She asked more than once. Both times I pretend I don't hear, but Natalie and I hunt every day. I draw diagrams of the arcs a baseball might take from inside the prison wall to the free space outside. Nat and I look for 3 straight days near the northeast point by the water tower. I feel like I worked the place over with a pick and axe, but still nothing. It's not like Nat really helps me, but she doesn't get in my way either. She sits and counts rocks and sticks or sometimes birds. I always make sure to park her right in front of where I want to look so I can keep an eye on her. We're getting along, Nat and I, that is. It's peaceful to spend time with her out here. Sometimes I even tell her stuff that's bothering me. I don't know if she understands, but she's quiet, like she hears. The other place I always go is the Gap. Last night I dreamt Scout found the Gap. It's my gap. The thought of Scout worming his way through my hole in my fence and finding my ball makes me nuts. This afternoon, the teachers have a meeting, so we get out of school an hour early. I hope my mom doesn't know this, but when I get home, I see she does. Of course, she has an errand for me to run in the city. She's ready to leave, just like always. As soon as she's gone, I head straight for the Gap, with Natalie toes stubbing along behind me. She's wearing a green dress with puffed sleeves and some kind of pucker itching across the top. It's a dress a 10-year-old should wear. Natalie looks silly in it. She's way too old. We cut through the parade grounds where Annie, who had the day off from school, and Teresa are huddled over something. Hey, Annie says, where you been? Want to toss a ball around? I can't now, I say. Where are you going? Teresa glances up from the card she's working on. Machine gun Kelly, it says. Oh, looking for a convict ball, I say. Annie's almost white eyeballs raise. I thought you didn't care about that. Well, I didn't. But now I do. Just, kind of, I say. For Piper? Anne asked, the corner of her mouth twitching like she's fighting a smile. For me, I shoot back at her. You'll never find one over there, but go ahead, Anne says. I look hard at her. Where will I find one? Beats me. All I know is the balls don't go over very often, Annie says. How do you get one? I ask. My dad got it for me. Is this how Piper gets hers? I don't know, Annie says. Can I come? Teresa asks. I thought you wanted to finish, Annie says. Teresa looks at me, then Annie. She chews her bottom lip. You can go if you want, Annie tells her. Teresa shakes her head. We have to finish, she says. If you feel like playing later, Annie nods to me. Sure, I say, as Natalie and I head down the steps. Above us, 6 or 7 birds track her. I swear every bird on the island knows Natalie. We stop near the greenhouse, below the southwest corner of the rec yard wall. We've got this down to a system. Natalie and I. In some ways, she's very predictable, more like a clock than a human being. I set her up with a big pile of rocks, and she's fine. It's a warm, clear spring day. I feel happy. as I'm on the verge of something wonderful. No matter what Andy says, I'm going to find a baseball today. I even start whistling, "Take me out to the ball game." We get to the spot at the west end. I notice terraces. They're full of new pink, yellow, and bright purple garden flowers growing in neat rows. Across the water, I look to see how they're doing on the Golden Gate Bridge today. Progress is slow. It always looks the same. The Bay Bridge, too, though I can't see it from here. Natalie breaks her graham cracker cookie sandwiches carefully along the dotted lines, eats half, throws the other half to the birds. Then she gets busy gathering her stones. She's very diligent about this, like it's her job. I start up the hill. When I get to the gap in the fence, I kick more of the hill away first before I try to fit through. Why didn't I think of this before? Okay, I'm in. Let's be smart, Moose, I tell myself. I'll begin at one corner and search every square inch until I get to the other. Caref- Slowly, carefully, I look under each bush, marking my progress so I don't get confused about the other bushes I've checked and which I haven't. Take your time, I say out loud. Keep your mind on business. For a while, everything goes okay, but then I start getting discouraged. No baseball. It's not fair. I'm doing everything right. I look again and again. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Maybe there just aren't any more balls out here. I think for the 100th time. Maybe this is all a big fat waste of time. I scoot back under the fence too fast this time and rip the back of my shirt. Oops. Then I slide back down the shale to the halfway point. A gull is pecking at the dirt, scouting her leftover graham cracker crumbs. 5 piles of stones are neatly sorted by size. But Natalie? Uh-oh, where is Natalie? That's where that leaves us today. Oh my. We probably have enough time for the next chapter. Chapter 26, called Convict Baseball. So it's the same day, Wednesday, April 24th, 1935, and Moose cannot find Natalie. Oh boy, here we go. Natalie! My mouth tries to say, but my throat is closed up tight. No sound comes out. I run down, my arms flying, helter skelter, the shale sliding. She has to be here. She has to be here. Maybe she's out scouting for more stones. That's it. I look down by the small, rocky beach. A crab scuttles out from under a rock. Men on a nearby ferry are laughing. The sound is eerily loud. The boat is far away. She isn't there. Over by the red berry bushes. No. Back to the greenhouse. No. Which way do I go? I stop and listen. A voice sounds behind me. I spin around toward the voice. Natalie? I crash the thicket. And then I see her. Natalie's sitting on a rock with someone. A man. He is wearing a denim shirt and denim pants. A con. Natalie is sitting with a con. The scream is stuck in my throat, choking me. Don't look away. Don't blink. Do not blink. The con is smiling. He's missing a front tooth. There are dark greased comb marks in his hair. I wonder about this. Inmates aren't allowed hair hair products. Suddenly, this seems very important. Why is he wearing this in his hair? Maybe he isn't a con. Please, God, don't let him be a con. Don't even look. I haven't even looked at Natalie. I'm afraid to take my eyes off the guy in the denim shirt. I think somehow I can protect her this way. But now I watch her too. She's smiling. Sometimes Nat looks concerned or sad, raging mad. The best she ever looks is interested. But here is my sister, Natalie Flanagan, looking happy. Hey, Moose! The con's voice is scratchy and an octave too high, like it's like a girl's almost. You want this? He reaches inside the coat draped over his leg. He has a gun. I can't breathe. He's going to shoot. But then I see information seeps into my brain. It isn't a gun, it's a baseball. Suddenly, my throat opens up. Get away! Get the heck away! Go, go! That's my sister! Get away from her! I scream at the 4 o'clock count as the 4 o'clock count whistle blows. The con jumps up and Natalie's smile, like some kind of rare bird sighting, slips away. Take it easy, fella. I got you baseball, didn't I? The con says. He nods at me and turns to Natalie. Bye, sweetie, he says. He closes Natalie's fingers around the baseball and fast walks away. Do not, do not call her sweetie, I shout. His pace is uneven, like one leg is shorter than the other. Then I see the number stamped on the back of his denim shirt. It's 105. Shirt 105. What shirt could that be? I guess we'll find out in the next chapter, which is called Idiot, chapter 27, and that will be the same day. All right, April 24th, 1935. Until next time. All right, have a good one.